Are you sure?
Here's the 30-second lesson on what legends know. Never ask a bride why she's getting married. Don't wear a skirt on a windy day. Deodorant is not a shower. Don't sniff chili flakes. And don't forget, saving is not investing. Legends don't just save, they invest in mutual funds. Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme-related documents carefully.
This is the era of climate change. So patterns of climate are changing. So sometimes the summer lingers on too long. Sometimes the winter ends too early. So just as climate, because of climate change, weather is changing its pattern. Similarly, there is a climate change in Indian politics as well. The patterns of climate are changing, which means in this case is that the high season of national politics, which we would have anticipated beginning maybe 2 weeks from now or 3 weeks from now after the next parliament session, that has already started. And full-fledged national politics is on, although the announcement of elections is about a month or maybe a little more than a month away. So we are looking at, this is a good time to look at how the picture, how the situation stacks up, how the equation stacks up. Many of the things we know about, many others are worth delving into, and many others also remain a little bit cluttered because we see some new elements emerging. And that's why, because the high season of national politics has begun, if prematurely with this climate change, I have with me DK Singh, our political editor, who knows all of this better than most of us, and in fact can declutter a lot of what's going on for me as well. So DK, let me start with you. You and I were talking, and that's the reason I dragged you in here. You said that right now it looks like that Narendra Modi and Amit Shah, or the BJP under them, and JP Nadda, they are now focusing on states where they are not so strong. Yeah. And they've also divided up the country, you've divided up the country in 4 categories of states. What exactly do you mean when you say that they are focusing on states where they may not be that strong?
No, in southern part, of course, southern states, BJP is quite weak. If we leave Karnataka aside, in northeast, eastern states, it's struggling in many states. Say Odisha, for instance, Bengal, I won't say it's struggling, but it's a big fight. And Mamata Banerjee seems pretty strong even now. So the way I divided the states, because as we are talking about what Mallikarjun Kharge said. So Congress Kharge is basically saying that, if PM Modi wins again, India will slide into dictatorship. He is basically drawing parallels between PM Modi and Russia's Putin.
Vladimir Putin, yes. They are the same age, by the way.
Yeah. So that actually tells you about this sense of defeatism in the Congress, as if they have already lost the battle. Then you start looking at regional parties which remain formidable challengers in different states. And BJP has, if you start looking at the BJP's strategy against regional parties, you see 2-3 different variations. So in some states where BJP does not have any base right now, or basically negligible base, say Tamil Nadu or Andhra or Kerala, you see the BJP adopting a different pattern. The pattern changes where BJP has become the principal opposition party, or is on the cusp of becoming the principal opposition party. And then there are states where the BJP has been using regional parties to become the dominant force.
I will just, after it's finished, I will just list for you the 4 categories of states. And remember, the states that we are discussing right now and we are analyzing are not the states. This is exclusive of the states where the BJP is already dominant. That's Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, Gujarat. Those states we are not counting right now, because we know that those states in 2 elections BJP has maxed out, and chances right now on the basis of everything we see is that they will max out in those states as well. So I will list for you these 4 categories.
So we are talking about states where BJP is facing resistance from regional parties, because the way you look at it, Congress's footprints are shrinking day by day. It's ruling just 2 states. So what will BJP do after 2024 Lok Sabha elections are over? And this is where you see that BJP's phase 2 expansion plan. In phase 1, the BJP has finished the national parties, primarily the Congress. In phase 2, it's about dealing with the regional parties, and that's what we are going to discuss here.
Yeah. 2024 election, you mean? Yeah. Now, the 4 categories, I told you we are not counting the states where the BJP is already dominant, which means where the BJP has reached this dominance mostly by defeating or decimating the Congress party. Congress party or other so-called secular parties, or who are defined as secular parties, that is the caste, backward caste, OBC plus Muslim vote-based parties. That's Lalu's RJD in Bihar and also Samajwadi Party of the Yadavs in Uttar Pradesh. So these are the states where BJP already rules. In fact, we've mentioned this to you a couple of times in the past also, that wherever it's Congress versus the BJP, a direct fight, or where those two are the top 2 contenders in the last few elections, the strike rate, national parliament at the national level, the strike rate has been 94:6. 94% the BJP wins. So those states we are not counting. Look at the other states. There's still a lot of states left in India, and there's a lot of seats left in Lok Sabha elections in India. So first of all, states which are easier to understand, these are states, DK and I sat together and made this classification. These are states where BJP has used regional parties to become dominant. These are Maharashtra, Bihar, Haryana, Assam, Tripura, Manipur, and Karnataka. Now you might ask me how Karnataka, because looks like BJP has been dominant by itself, but there's a little twist there that DK will explain to us. And also, if you stretch this a little bit, also J&K. The BJP has leaned on both National Conference and PDP there at various points of time to share power. Having said that, this is the first category. So in these states, BJP is already dominant, having used its regional partners. Because remember, DK's basic thesis is that the BJP has finished its only national challenge, that was the Congress party. Now it's targeting all the regional parties. So first category tells us about the regional parties who did join hands with the BJP and who in the process have got marginalized, and BJP has grown in that space, right? So that's one category. The second category would be in states where BJP is not in power, it has not yet come in power, but where BJP is either already the principal opposition party, that's West Bengal and Odisha, or where it hopes to become the number 2 party, the main opposition party. Because once you are the main opposition party, you can then aim to come to power. So West Bengal and Odisha, they are already there. Telangana and Kerala is work in progress. DK, how is Telangana and Kerala work in progress?
In Telangana, as you were discussing earlier, the BJP is hoping to win about 8 Lok Sabha seats this time. So even if the BJP gave up towards the end in Telangana, it was already emerging as the principal opposition party.
They got 4 seats the last time, which was quite a surprise because they also managed to defeat KCR's daughter.
And you did one cut the clutter talking about how the BJP had emerged as the principal opposition party to the TRS in Telangana then, now BRS. It dropped the ball towards the end and Congress benefited out of it. Now again BJP to the number 3rd position. But then again, if its Lok Sabha vote share goes up, if its number of seats that it holds, if it goes up say from 4 to 8, BJP will be back in the fray. So there is a bit of a struggle in Telangana for the BJP going ahead.
But is it possible that BJP then grows into KCR's space if Congress stays in power?
That we have to see, because again, KCR and Congress, they have this similar kind of vote bank. Now, how much this Hindutva wave or Hindu voters we are talking about, how much do these voters veer around the BJP in coming months and years? That will determine that. But as we know, the Congress finds it very difficult to retain its space. Any state for the last 10 years, you have not seen any state where the Congress has retained power in 2 successive elections.
Right.
So Telangana, right now you see the Congress, but I'm sure the BJP would still be looking at the TRS as the principal challenger because it knows that it can deal with the Congress sooner.
So right now, if they can cut TRS to size, they move into TRS's space, so they become the principal opposition party.
Yeah.
And once they become the principal opposition party, their calculation would be, given Congress party's inability to win back power. Even in Chhattisgarh, where a lot of the pollsters had said that they were coming back to power, it did not happen. Karnataka did not happen when Siddaramaiah was chief minister the last time. So that is what the BJP plays. BJP plays old-fashioned test cricket. They want to play all five. They want to play for all 5 days. Obviously, they want the match to last 5 days. They want themselves to be batting for all 5 days and win the match also. No draws.
So it depends. Say if this seat share in Telangana goes up and they occupy that principal opposition space in the Lok Sabha election, they would like to extend it to the assembly also.
Right. So if they get more seats than KCR, than BRS in Telangana, in Lok Sabha, then they will see themselves as the principal opposition party anyway. And then for a regional party, then for KCR's party, it will be that much tougher to raise funds, to keep its flock together, and to keep its voters together.
And let's not forget, KCR is not getting younger. Next 5 years, again, he won't be physically that fit to lead a campaign. KTR is there, but KTR is not charismatic as such. He has been a very good administrator. He has a very sharp political mind. But that charisma is missing in KTR.
And Kerala, at least Telangana BJP exists. Kerala BJP doesn't even exist in any elected body. So how are you saying that they are also aiming to become the principal opposition in Kerala?
Right now, the BJP is focusing on Christian votes. Now, Christian Muslims, as we know, Christians have always voted for the Congress or the UDF in Kerala, and
as have the Muslims.
As have the Muslims. Now, the BJP is creating a divide, or at least splitting that Christian vote bank. If you split the Christian vote bank and you have a chunk of Muslim votes going to the left, there the Congress's vote bank is considerably eroded. And then again, the party has been working on different communities there. Nayars and other communities, they are all coming around the BJP. So they have not got that critical mass yet to basically snatch the state from these two parties. But the way they are going, the kind of focus they are putting on Kerala, we saw Narendra Modi visiting Kerala twice this month. Just that they have 3-4 seats they have in mind because they got more than 25% or 30%. So you have like Thrissur, you have Pathanamthitta, you have Trivandrum. They're looking at those seats probably because in a triangular contest, you get 5% more votes and you may change the results. So BJP might not have won a single seat in Kerala, but this time they are looking at Kerala very seriously. And once that happens, they win a couple of seats. As one of the former Congress leaders who is in the BJP now, he was once telling me, he's a minister.
Will you tell us who it is, or you'd rather keep it?
No, I would rather keep it. So he was telling me.
See, he doesn't even tell me anything.
That was about 10 years back. He was saying BJP is like what he's telling me, that BJP like something, which enters your vein near the ankle and gradually reaches right up into your head. And that's how the BJP works. So BJP starts very slowly. You saw what happened in Maharashtra. There was a time when one Shiv Sena leader was fielded on BJP ticket. BJP was not a big force in Maharashtra. And today, see how the BJP is dictating the terms. In Bihar, BJP was always playing second fiddle to Nitish Kumar. And today, Nitish Kumar may be the chief minister, but the BJP is calling the shots. Kerala also, once they gain a couple of seats.
So the vulnerable party in Kerala, right now, the vulnerable space that is beckoning the BJP is UDF's space.
Yes, exactly.
Because there's also a contradiction there that in the India bloc, left and Congress are together. In fact, if anything, the left is very strong there. Left's presence, its argumentative ability, its debating ability, and also the faith that Congress leadership has in key leaders of the left makes the left overly powerful in that alliance. And that's one of the complaints, the main complaint that Mamata Banerjee has had about the alliance, about India, saying that if this is the alliance, then how come it looks like as if the left is controlling everything? That's her complaint.
Yeah, exactly.
And the fact at the same time is that the one state in which the left is ruling, its main rival is the Congress party. So Congress and the left, while they are allies in India, close allies in India, and I would say trusted allies who trust each other, in the one state, which matters to them because one, it is the only state that the left rules, and second, because it's the only other state right now where the Congress has the possibility of coming to power. That is where BJP sees a vulnerability because Congress is an ally as well as a rival. Ally nationally, rival in the state. Its voters are confused, and if BJP can divide Christians from Muslims, and some Muslims go towards the left, that may or may not happen. BJP will not play much role in that. But if they can take at least a chunk of the Christians away from UDF, because that is how the vote bank comes up for UDF. That is a lot of the poor people, a lot of the lower castes, and then Muslims and Christians who also come through coalition partners. Muslims through IUML, and Christians earlier, they used to be Kerala Congress, but there are many factions. So if BJP can divide that, then BJP moves into the space of the UDF, so it can aim to become the leading opposition party, and after that, once you become number 2, then you can dream of becoming number 1.
And see how they have been working. Two persons, very important in the Congress, not in terms of hierarchy, but the kind of clout they had at Janpath. See, Tom Vadakkan, he was just an AIC secretary. I mean, he was looking after the media department. BJP inducted him. Now you have Anil Antony, A.K. Antony's son. He's not a political bigwig, but BJP has still drawn him in.
But and he's A.K. Antony's son.
Yeah, and BJP is projecting. You see him everywhere with the Prime Minister whenever he is visiting Kerala. So BJP is projecting these faces.
And you can see how demoralizing it must be for the Congress party, because the Congress party, the top leadership of the Congress party really put so much trust and faith in A.K. Antony that even when he was defense minister and basically did nothing, right, for so many years, at that point, the longest serving defense minister in India, the party leadership, 10 Janpath, fully relied on his counsel. And every time the Congress party was trounced in an election, they set up a committee. Who did they trust with investigating the reasons for that defeat? It was A.K. Antony. It's a different matter that you always give the same report that this happened because you carried out some economic reform. It was the same report. He could have just filled in the blanks. That's my little cheap shot observation. That out of the way, the fact is that the BJP is quite open to getting talent from its main rivals, because it gets them the talent where they didn't have talent, and second, it weakens the main rival. So this category, which is...
Yeah, so here, just to clarify, I'm not suggesting they are the faces,
right,
but they're faces for the Christian community.
Right.
Actually, they see their representation. Earlier you had KJ Alphonse, now you have these...
So you have KJ Alphonse, Tom Vadakkan, and Anil Antony. Yeah. All three Christian faces, so it's not a coincidence. Now we come to the third of our fourth categories. The third is a somewhat less complicated category, that is where BJP is dominant, but right now it has lost out in a challenge, so it has lost power. It has been dominant, but it has lost power. Now, what are those states? There are two that we have identified. One, easy, I'm sure all of you guessed immediately, that's Delhi. Now in Delhi, BJP was the dominant party, at least number 2 to the Congress party as long as Sheila Dikshit was ruling. But they had expected to come to power after Sheila Dikshit was defeated or whenever Congress party was defeated, but they did not come to power. Aam Aadmi Party came to power, and since then, it's now been 10 years that Aam Aadmi Party, little more than 10 years, that Aam Aadmi Party has kept them out of power. So that is one state where BJP has been dominant but is now out of power. And second state that we list in this category is Jharkhand. Jharkhand again is a state with which BJP ruled until the last election. Last election produced a split sort of result where JMM, Congress Party, and Lalu Yadav's party, they have a few seats also. They could come together and form a government. You know, right now there is a lot of action against Hemant Soren. Why is it happening? Because once again, you see a lot of action against Aam Aadmi Party in Delhi, and you see a lot of action against Hemant Soren and his government in Jharkhand. That's because these are states in our third category where BJP has been dominant but has lost power to a challenger, and it's chafing and it wants that power back. So what does it mean for national elections, what BJP is doing in Delhi to Aam Aadmi Party and to Jharkhand Mukti Morcha in Ranchi?
I think the BJP is looking at a long-term thing here, because in national election, again, last two elections, we have seen Lok Sabha elections, BJP has swept Delhi. Even in Jharkhand, they're the most dominant party. So they're not bothered about national election. That's the thing about the BJP. It looks at a very long-term strategy. So Jharkhand also, they are working on the long-term. And Jharkhand is going to polls only this year only. So it's not just Lok Sabha, because again, Modi's popularity will actually work for the BJP in Jharkhand too. But in the assembly election, this entire preparation of the BJP is aimed at the assembly election later.
So in fact, just to remind you all, Maharashtra, Haryana and Jharkhand are the three important states, large states that will go to the polls. They are scheduled to go to the polls a few months after the national election, which brings us to our fourth category. Fourth category is the states where BJP right now mostly does not exist, but is trying to acquire a first foothold. You can guess these states. These states are Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, Punjab. This could be Kerala also in this category, but we have chosen to put Kerala in the earlier category, where BJP is trying to take the principal opposition space, because we saw some vulnerabilities in UDF, in UDF's vote bank, Congress-led UDF's vote bank, and also the fact that BJP's vote percentage in Kerala has been rising over time. So that's the reason we did not put Kerala in this category. In this category, Andhra, Tamil Nadu, Punjab, in each one of these states, BJP has won just a handful of seats in the past. Right? In Punjab, they win a couple, usually, sometimes even 4, if they are in partnership with Shiromani Akali Dal. By themselves, looks very unlikely that the BJP can win a seat in Lok Sabha in Punjab. Tamil Nadu, they won 1 seat in the past, also with a local partner. They need a Dravid party as partner. They've broken away with their partner AIADMK. And then Andhra Pradesh. Again, that's a state where they've only won a couple of seats in the past when they had TDP as their partner. If they don't have a partner, they see very little chance. So what is it that they are doing now to acquire a foothold of their own in Andhra, Tamil Nadu and Punjab?
See, in Punjab, of course, we have been talking to Shiromani Akali Dal leaders. They are also surprised because they are waiting for the BJP to approach them. Somehow the central leadership has not broached this subject. But today we saw in Chandigarh mayoral polls how the Shiromani Akali Dal councillor voted for the BJP's mayor candidate. So something is moving there. We still have a couple of months, 2-3 months to go. Something will happen.
That, by the way, is a natural alliance. A Sikh religious party and a party representing the Hindutva ideology. A Hindu party, India's preeminent Hindu party and preeminent Sikh party, it's a natural fit. But we've been proven wrong. I've always used to say that BJP, Shiv Sena, BJP, Akali Dal, these are natural allies. Both broke away in the course of time. Shiv Sena has come back with the BJP after breaking up itself. Akali Dal and the BJP looks like is a work in progress, that some repair work is on, and it's possible that they will come together. And the reason BJP is working on this is that they want their foothold back in Punjab.
They'll have at least 2 seats, if not more.
But they can use that also to build themselves in Punjab.
Yeah, exactly. As for Tamil Nadu, of course, so far the AIADMK maintains that it will not have any tie-up with the BJP, pre-poll alliance with the BJP there. But we still have several weeks to go because the AIADMK as a regional party does not offer much in national elections. And if at all it decides not to go with the BJP has other options. It can go with the other faction of the AIADMK, with the Pannirselvan. It can go with the TTV Dinakaran. And there it can expect some kind of foothold in southern Tamil Nadu at least. So it may not result in many seats.
Because they won Kanyakumari in the past.
So it may not result in many seats, but the BJP should be able to expand its footprint.
Also, Subramanian Swamy was strong in those areas.
Yeah. For the AIADMK, it may be staring at nil, as happened
The last time.
Last time it got just one. That was also Pannirselvam's son. Not having any alliance at the national level or not having any national party as your ally becomes a big disadvantage. So probably in coming weeks, we may see some things kind of moving. We are not sure yet there.
Yeah. But at the same time, see the emphasis BJP is putting on Tamil Nadu. See this Varanasi, Tamil Nadu Sangam. Yeah. See the Prime Minister's speech when he speaks in Varanasi. It's simultaneously relayed in Tamil. So there is a lot of focus on Tamil Nadu, and I think it's a sore point with the BJP that they've not been able to grow in Tamil Nadu.
And given the frequency of the Prime Minister's visit to Tamil Nadu, the BJP is certainly seeing something, and it may not necessarily be about 2024 Lok Sabha election. As we talk about the BJP, the party looks at a long-term game plan, and that's what they are working on in Tamil Nadu. In Andhra, BJP is best placed. I mean, both formations, YSRCP, and on the other side you have TDP and Jan Sena. Both of them want BJP as an ally. YSRCP not as a formal ally. It is actually, for all practical purposes, YSRCP is a part of NDA, I mean, if not technically.
Yes.
On the other side, you have, TDP. Chandrababu Naidu, you saw he went all the way to Ayodhya to attend the Pran Pratishthan of Ramlala. So was Jan Sena chief, Pawan Kalyan. They are very eager. Just that the BJP right now finds Jagan a safer bet. Not in terms of expansion with the party, because the Jagan will never give any foothold to the BJP. His vote bank is very different. So BJP, if it has to expand, it may want to go with the TDP and Jan Sena. You remember last time also the BJP won 2 seats from Andhra because it was in alliance with the TDP. Now BJP has to take a call here, but they find Jagan a more reliable partner. But depends, in the coming weeks, the kind of view they take, if they think they are very comfortably placed in terms of numbers and they may afford to alienate Jagan is not going anywhere anyway, then the BJP will take a call. But Andhra Pradesh, even if they do not have much at stake right now electorally, they are very comfortably placed.
So that is our look, more decades look at all the states other than the ones which we already consider as taken by the BJP. So once again, before we conclude, I will read out the lists for you. So list number 1, where BJP has used regional parties to become dominant. As DK told you, even in Maharashtra today, it might be difficult to imagine this, but there was a time when BJP could not even find even one candidate to put up in the elections, and they borrowed one from Shiv Sena. So Maharashtra is one of those states. Bihar, again, they were complete outsiders, but they used JDU to become strong. Now they are much bigger than JDU, just as they are much bigger than Shiv Sena. So Maharashtra, Bihar, Karnataka, again people forget that Karnataka, when BJP first came in, they acquired power in partnership with Kumaraswamy, with Devagowda's party, which is again in partnership with the BJP. So that was the first time they shared power, and then they came to power on their own. So Maharashtra, Bihar, Karnataka, Haryana, they did not use somebody to come to power, but once they had finished one term, to extend it to a second term, they used a regional party.
And earlier they used to go with INLD.
Earlier in the past with INLD, but now Dushyant Chautala, so they are in partnership, Haryana. Then Jammu and Kashmir, that story you well know. That's the first category. Second category, where they want to be the principal opposition party. They either have become the principal opposition party, or where there is work in progress. So where they are already the principal opposition party, West Bengal and Odisha, and work in progress, Telangana and Kerala. Next category, where they are dominant. They used to be dominant. They are still dominant number 2s, but they used to be dominant and ruling parties. And that's where they are trying to make a recovery. That is Delhi, which really hurts them, that they don't rule the city-state, which is the capital of India, and Jharkhand. So these are the 2 states where BJP used to be very strong. It's still strong, but is not in power, has been driven out of power. And they don't like it, and they are trying to change it using every method available to them. And next we come to our last category, which is the states where BJP is trying to get its first foothold: Andhra, Tamil Nadu, and Punjab. And we explained to you earlier why we put Kerala not in this category, but we put Kerala in our second category.
And they may be wondering about northeastern states we have not spoken about. Say in Assam, for instance, the way the BJP used the Assam Gun Parishad in 2016 election, the way they used BPF. Later on, in the next election, they replaced it with UPPL for alliance partnership.
Well, I mean, if we stretch then they've used regional parties also in Tripura and Manipur to come to power.
Yeah.
So that is that's a very set pattern for the BJP. All I can tell you is that the BJP is constantly in election mode, and they are not necessarily fighting the next election. They might be fighting the election after that and the election after that, because they always play the long game.